All right, looks like we're ready to get started. Well, first off, my name is Mike Healy. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch our update. I'm here with my partner, Rick Moore, and we're with Bidpoint. Obviously, we're co-owners along with Monty Bertrand, and we're excited to bring you some amazing updates. We thought we'd get these out here. We're recording these in the middle of June for 2022, in case you happen to see this on YouTube or our Facebook page. We have got a lot of really, really awesome stuff going on. In case you have not heard about what we've been doing, we rolled out revenue-based funding for small businesses, basically helping businesses get funding that they normally wouldn't be able to get through banks. And Rick, how awesome has it been so far with the response for all of our agents and what this service does for people?
Well, the first thing that I noticed right away is that it's getting people into conversations and learning about people's businesses, right? And so it even leads to some other stuff that we do. So it's really been, I think it's everything we had hoped it would be, really. And we were in a great call today with a group talking about the things and potentials and relations. What happens when people can't get it done through a bank? Well, we're in conversations where those become referral sources. So all these kind of connections that we hadn't necessarily thought about, and we're starting to learn where it's good, like contractors of any kind, landscapers, anything in that world. I mean, literally, if you can get it in, there's a very, very, very good chance it's going to get approved. In fact, we haven't had anything completely all the way through the submission process that hasn't been approved. Get your head around that for a minute. Okay.
That's pretty amazing because it's simple how we just send people right to the website. So, and why, why? Because there's probably going to be a lot of new people watch this too. Briefly explain that. So our process of how simple it's been to get people to do that.
Well, I think first of all, I want to thank you for putting together the process to get the whole postcard program up and running, because that has been amazing. I was reluctant in the beginning. It's like, we're going to hand out postcards. Okay. But then once I've seen the reaction to it, it's like, okay, I got to get some postcards. And so it really is a simple process. It's a conversation starter. It's a door opener. It's not just the card itself, right?
Yep.
But the idea that all they have to do is scan a QR code, literally that's all you have to do. If they scan your QR code and that person goes through the automated process, this IA functional drive people through a funnel, whatever kind of a program they need, as they're filling out their information, it directs them where they need to go. You don't even have to be part of that conversation, and you're going to get paid on that deal. It's amazing. And we already see it happening. We're already in conversations with people that weren't the person that got the card. So that's happening. It's beyond my expectation this early in the game.
And we've been averaging, I mean, if you look at what we've averaged so far of people that have submitted deals, they're six-figure deals, like across the board, a lot of them. And we've got a couple seven figures in the works already. And that's a lot of really good bonus money for people that are given those referrals. Obviously, in case you didn't know, we pay 3 to 5% on the loan value of somebody if they get the program. That's what we give to people, and that's some substantial cash. I mean, that can be some serious supplemental income for people. And then what else have we got running on top of that? Because we're not only rewarding people for closing the deals, we're rewarding people with what, Rick?
There's a $50 bonus out there that we're going to run through the month of July.
I thought it was only till June. You think we're going to be?
It was only till June.
And we're going to be that generous and going to push it all the way through July as well.
Have you had your coffee? Yeah, it's going to run through July.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. So we've decided also about a week ago, we made an announcement on our call, the last update we did, that we are giving a $50 submission bonus for just getting a deal submitted, regardless if they take the loan or not, because we want to make sure that you're getting your activity rewarded. When when we reward you for the right activity, you're going to probably repeat that. And we've had people get multiple submission bonuses. We paid out a handful of those last week, just in the first week we announced it. So we have extended it all the way through the end of June and all the way through the end of July. And we'll see how it goes, because hey, we want to just make sure people are getting having some fun out there doing this because it's been amazing. And we've got a great group of people behind the scenes when these deals are coming in. And I think that's what you talked about that is it's almost what's nice about this program is it's almost a handoff. It's a pass through is what we kind of call a lot of times is that all you have to do is when you go through, when you become a Bidpoint capital agent with us, you go through the process, you get, you fill out the information and then I send you, it's automated. I'll send you right directly to the training. You go through the training. It gives you the steps that you need, sets you up with the website, whatever you need there. And you're in business and you literally just can go out there and refer people to the website that you have, as well as I show a training in there on how to create your own QR code for your own website. That way you get credit for it and you can just literally be handing out cards. People are going to be putting I know people that put QR codes on their cars with a little kind of information on the sides of them and things like that. You can put them on your Facebook, you can put them on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever you want to do, as long as somebody can scan a QR code, it takes them right to your site. And when they submit the deal, you're going to get paid $50 for it to begin with, let alone if those deals close and we can pay you between the 3 to 5% based on the revenue or the loan value you've already generated. So this thing's really rocking, Rick. Pretty fired up to say the least about it.
Amen. Amen. Well, I think, and everybody that's around this right now is really around at the beginning, right? And so we decided that the launch of this would be when we created the boot camp. We really create the soup to nuts, all inclusive, everything you have to know. In fact, most of this stuff you actually don't have to know. It's almost more of a reference point, right?
Yeah.
But you have it. You can go back through it and re-listen to it again and again and again. We're going to give you that content coming up with our funding partners, and that's going to be
July 11th.
Yeah, I was going to think 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on July 11th.
Yeah. So we'll get that should be a tentative date right now. We think that's the accurate date that we'll have.
Yeah, that's confirmed. That's okay. Confirmed.
And we'll get that out to people in the field. We'll get an email out, to just our agents for that. And then when we do that, it's going to be a 2-hour thing. You don't necessarily have to be on there, but we would highly recommend that you do it because most people will go out and take more action based on the confidence of what they have to offer. And I think that's what really makes these things work when we call them boot camps. You get all your questions answered so that when you're having a conversation with somebody, if the questions come up, you don't necessarily have to know it all or answer them all, but you can be confident that when you're directing somebody to this program, they're going to be getting a very good value and good bang for their buck. And again, people can get the offers and not necessarily accept them. It might just not be the terms. And there's people that maybe will look at it, get the offer, put it in their kind of back pocket, and a month or two later, come back and say, you know what, I am going to pull the trigger on that. And they already have the process ready to roll. So that's kind of thing. And Rick, you have experience from that. I think that's why this appealed to us so much right out of the gates. Was that you came from the restaurant business where you had some really high-end restaurants in Atlanta, Georgia, that did a tremendous amount. We're talking millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of revenue. And you found yourself in multiple times in situations like this. How important was it for your business, your restaurant, to get this kind of funding when you were in there?
Well, it allowed me to maintain my staffing for the busy times of year. I would always need something to get through in the summertime, right? So there'd always be some kind of creative financing solution. And so once these kind of programs became available, I took advantage of them. But to your point about people don't jump on it right away, I didn't jump on it right away. It wasn't the first way that I thought to go do it. I mean, you think in a traditional way, and you think traditional ways of getting funds. And so it took me a while to grab onto it, but literally every summer, it was significant, funds that it took me to get through the summer. I had probably a monthly payroll of, I don't know, over 100,000 a month in monthly payroll, for instance. It was in excess of that. I can't even really think how much the money was. It was over $1 million in a year. I know that. But so anyway, sometimes it was tough to get through the summer because quiet times and everybody still had to get paid, right? So that was my use for the money. And that's the thing. Look for people that have a use for the money, right? It's real simple. And, I think about, in this last week, I've had 5 quality candidates, wandering around my yard.
Right.
Either ringing my doorbell or cutting the lawn or whatever, We've had some contractors here. We've been going through some remodeling, but that leads to other subs that they work with. And you're in conversations with them anyway. And I mean, how hard is that? I didn't have to leave the house to go meet people, right?
Right.
Now, getting out and about, it's different too. And it's a great conversation starter. And you talked about this. It's who do you know? You're asking other people who they know. It's a very light conversation, very easy. Um, and one thing I've been talking about mostly of anything, Mike, is that I've been talking about this whole QR code thing. I'm not quick on the uptake with technology, right? And so that's been a conversation starter. Just talking about that and talking
Right.
about the technology of it and how it works. So
That's awesome. And in case anybody didn't know this, I'll throw it out there, is we can do funding. We can do anything from 2 million on down in funding, which is kind of cool. And it's relatively quick that they can get an approval or a dismissal on it. And it's usually less than 24 hours. Somebody can see the different terms, or they usually a lot of times will give them different options. So they'll give them 2 or 3 different options. But that's what's really nice, is we've got people that can literally get same day funding in some cases. I remember we were talking with our guy that helps us do all this, that he had a deal come in at 9 a.m. They gave him the proposal at 1. The person accepted it, signed the documents, got everything taken care of, and it's all online. They do the DocuSign type of thing. And they had their money in their account at 4 p.m. So think about that, in a situation where somebody was in desperate need of getting that cash flow right away. They booked it in the same day. I mean, that's pretty amazing. So, and we got a gig funding thing too. People that do smaller stuff, like the Uber drivers or the rideshare type people or the delivery foods or networkers or whatever type kind of people are out there. We even have smaller amounts. So that kind of thing. Because we've had a lot of people, and this will happen to you if you're out there in the field, is you might get somebody that comes in and maybe only gets a loan for maybe $10,000-$15,000, and then all of a sudden they turn that into profit. And then all of a sudden they go, hey, I got another idea. I can put a patio on my restaurant for 100 grand, and they do this and this and this. And then now they've come back multiple times and stuff like that. And that's what's awesome. So we got something really awesome here. Rick, let's close it out with this one thing before we go here. We have, obviously, Bidpoint was started about 9 years ago. It's kind of hard to believe it. We've been doing this for 9 years now. Got a lot of people on board. But we've got some other services that a lot of people don't really know, because we've created such immediate buzz recently with the capital. But a lot of people are familiar with what we do with the commercial gas and electric. We've got commercial waste. We got commercial wireless. What else do we have, Rick? We got the others.
we have waste. In fact, we have a huge waste program
Yeah.
with a large national company in the works right now.
Yeah, we have some big deals going through.
We really do. And we have work opportunity tax credits, which essentially what that does is save small businesses labor. Anyone who's got hourly labor, there's a way to take advantage of that. And all these programs, if you want to know more about them, if you haven't done a launch call with us, get to that and get educated on what else we have, because you can have multiple streams of income from a client.
Yeah.
And you could take a client that might have multiple locations and do different things with them in different parts of the country. A lot of clients that we have started out as very small and have built over time to having dozens of locations. You can take advantage of all of that in everything we do. And so we're excited about the funding because it's so timely. I mean, everybody knows
Right.
what's going on in the world right now, and it's just so timely. But everything else we do, you have to have it. I don't care what's going on in your business. You've got to have it. Exactly.
Yeah.
So we are the perfect thing. I can't think of a better thing to be doing at this time in the world than what we're doing. And so that was the reason we went into the funding program in the first place. And it has exceeded all expectations. I had to go back with Mike and Monty and adjust. I'm like, we're thinking about, what's our expectation here? What are we going to do a month and this and that?
Right.
But after seeing the first period of times, I had to wipe off my whiteboard and start over. I mean,
I added a 0 to my whiteboard.
I'm telling you what, I mean, it's really, I've been around in business. So, I mean, I shot low. We're aiming higher now. So,
Awesome.
and I want to say the last thing I want to add to this,
Yeah,
Mike, anything we are doing as Bidpoint, our reps can do as individuals.
and that's what we created it for, because Rick and I kind of have a background of that we've been in the referral industry for 20 some years and understand it inside out and sideways. And this one just made sense that we were able to become a business solutions company is really what we are. And we've been able to have companies come partner with us so that have different services. I mean, we even do solar. We forgot solar, residential solar. We'd actually do residential gas and electric now in a different bundled service. And there's just a lot of aspects. And that's why you should, if you didn't know about all those, you can go to bidpoint.co, and click on the start button. And I'm on there doing a video telling you to set up a discovery call with Rick. That way you can kind of get those questions answered and see if there's any other fits for you. Because Rick, it's kind of cool too. We have people that have been agents with us that signed up, and there's no cost to become an advisor with us, that have been paid for years and years and years on stuff that they submitted a long time ago. That's to me, that's probably one of the coolest things.
Yeah, I mean, our energy clients stay on, our waste clients stay on, our wireless clients stay on, our tax credit clients stay on. It goes on and on and on.
And that's called a recurring residual income. And there is
And
nothing
not
more
theoretical residual, but
right.
recurring
Real
residual.
recurring residual.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
There's no auto ship to quit here.
That's right. That's right. Well, Rick, thank you so much for the update. I'm glad we got this out. I'll make sure that we get this out to the peeps. Let everybody, obviously, if anybody has any questions, you can always reach out to Rick and I. We're usually available throughout the day, and you know, we can help you in anything, or we'll at least get back to you. So thank you guys for being on here. Rick, thanks. Anything else?
Thank you all.
Perfect.
We're having a blast with this, and we're just so excited that you're here to be a part of it.
That's right. Get those QR codes scanned out there so we can get you some more biz going on. So thanks again, and we'll see you guys shortly.